Welcome to Big Show Entertainment Network. I'm Super Dave Rains here on location at MileHi Con in Denver at the Hyatt Regency. And I'm here with Jess. And your last name again, Jess? I'm sorry.
Harpley.
Jess Harpley. I'll get it right. I'm here with the beautiful and brilliant Jess Harpley. So how's that?
That's perfect. Thank
okay. All right. So tell us, I got to talk to you a little bit early. I love that you're a Star Wars fan and you're into J.K. Rowling as well. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Tell us about your work. I'm really excited to read your book. So tell us about your current work, what you're working on, because you've got a project that you're really excited about that hasn't released. So why don't you just tell our fans what you've been up to and about what your work.
Awesome. Well, the book that you purchased was Sway's Demise. That was the most recent novella that came out. And it's about a young girl named Sway who lives in a world that's post-apocalyptic. Aliens crash landed and fought against the humans, and they finally decided to separate so that each could survive. And she runs into them in the forest, and forays occur and things go wrong. The work that I am doing right now, I'm actually in the middle of rewriting a couple of the sections, but it's the second book in the series to The Verge of Desolation, which is the Mill series. And it focuses on one of the characters from the first book who didn't really get much more than a cameo, but she's quite cool, very quirky, not your picturesque kind of gal. She's very strong, she's a mechanic, and a little bit crazy. And she sort of gets mauled in the first book a bit by some of the bad guys. So she's spending some time trying to get revenge and suddenly realizes that this is more than revenge, like there's something else going on, and she really needs to uncover the secret and help the world flourish.
Wow, that's awesome. So I asked you what was your favorite book. I know you love them all, but let me ask you this. Who inspired you to write? Where did you get the inspiration to write? And how did you get into this particular genre, which I believe is what, dark fantasy? Science fiction.
Wow. Stephen King probably inspired me to write. So much dark fantasy and science fiction from him. And just always painting a great image. Yeah, that's what I love about him. I mean, Robert Heinlein also is great. J.K. Rowling also great. But yeah, just painting imagery. Like, I just want to share stories with people. That's what I love about it. So I guess the readers are who inspire me.
Wow, that's great. So how does it, speaking of readers inspiring you, how does it feel to come to a con like this and get to interact with people that either have read your books or are interested in reading your books, and to meet them face to face?
Yeah, definitely. It's always a fantastic experience, and even if they're not going to buy a book, just having a conversation with someone about what their passion is great. It's a great feeling to connect with people. We're all here for the same purpose, right? Like science fiction, fantasy, and that sort of thing. So we all have something in common. We all have something that we can chat about. And that's really great. For people who have read my work, which there's only been one, but it was fantastic when they said, I read that book and it was great and I loved it. And I was like, that's amazing. I'm so glad that you loved it. And if they had hated it, I would have been so glad that they hated it too.
Wow. I guess good publicity, bad publicity, it's all good.
Well,
no.
I mean, it's not about the publicity. Like, when someone reads something and they say, well, this is why I didn't like it, that's a great learning experience for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, I agree with you. You learn more from your mistakes than your successes, always. So, are you looking forward to Fantastical Beasts? You mentioned J.K. Rowling's one of my favorites. I've read all her books. So C.S. Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien, or J.K. Rowling?
I think you meant J.R.R. Tolkien. Well, I think I'm going to have to say J.K. Rowling.
Okay. She is a legend. She's surpassed two of the greatest of all time, so who happen to be best buddies, I think.
I mean, but Tolkien was also one of my favorites when I was a young girl. So I read The Silmarillion when I was like 12.
Yeah.
I don't know why I took that on as a 12-year-old, but I did.
That's amazing because, you know, that's a very tough book. I've read it a couple times. I've actually probably read the whole trilogy through 3 or 4 times at least. So, big J.R.R. Tolkien fan. I think the difference is that J.K. Rowling's, what I found about her books, and I don't know if you think the same thing, they're so easy to read.
They are. I mean, the first 3 are definitely YA. So anyone can pick it up and read it, which I picked it up when I was a young child. So that was easy for me to get into, like a protagonist that I could really relate to because I was going through some of the same things at the same time. So that was fun. But then for the older, like adult readers, there are still characters that they can connect with, like all of the teachers and the family members, etc. So she does a really great job of bringing out characters that we can all have something in common with.
Oh, somebody came in the frame.
That's all right. The more the merrier.
Yeah,
Come on
exactly.
in.
It's very busy here, folks. So what's your favorite book of hers?
Oh my goodness. I'd have to say the 5th. Yeah, where Harry is super moody. He's just a big jerk the whole time. I think
Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah, she really made me hate Harry.
Yeah, that would be my favorite.
Because of how much of a jerk he was being.
Oh, he was terrible.
Yeah, but it was good writing. You're like, whoa, I'm really mad at Harry for being such a jerk right now.
Yeah.
And so it was fantastic writing.
Yeah, it was. It really was. And then I love. It is. So, and I loved Half-Blood Prince too. I think those books got really dark.
They did. Oh man, they so did. At the end of the 4th book, when they killed Cedric, I was like, whoa, this is where we're going now.
Yeah,
this is where we're going.
I thought, well, oh my God, they're not going to make it.
I know, right?
Yeah, so.
I think that was on everyone's mind.
Yeah, exactly. But so what's next for you? Thanks for coming on the show, number one. And we hope that you'll visit us often. And we're going to be following your career. And I'm sure that you're going to, you know, everybody has to have a beginning. And I'm sure you're going to be great. I think that, you know, the fact that you have the mind to write books and to build a whole world is amazing to me.
I think every human does. Just whether or not they engage with it is on the other side. Like, you're building an entire world too by interviewing people like me and all the other authors here and artists. Like, you're building a world for other people to enjoy online. So
right. Well, the world I'm building is so that all of you can enjoy great authors like Jess. So, and that's what we're here for. So, what did I ask you? What was next for you? Okay, good. Well, Jess, and it's Harpley, right?
It is
Jess Harpley. Thanks for coming on Big Show Entertainment Network at MileHi Con 2016 at the Hyatt Regency here in Denver. It's a beautiful day. Can you believe how warm it's been? Oh my, it's crazy. For late October.
Wearing a sweater.
Yeah, exactly. It's like 80 degrees outside. So for Jess Harpley, I'm Super Dave Rains, and until next time, own the love. Thanks, Jess. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.